Dark Case File, Real Crime, Real Stories. In the spring of 2009, Boston was preparing for warmer weather. College students were finishing exams. Tourists were beginning to fill the historic streets. The city felt alive, hopeful, and safe. Then on April 14th, inside a luxury hotel in Boston's Back Bay neighborhood, that sense of safety shattered. Housekeeping entered room 131 to clean. Instead, they found 26-year-old Ulisa Brisman lying on the floor, shot multiple times. There were signs of a violent struggle. Blood marked the carpet. Furniture had been disturbed. It was clear she had fought for her life. Ulisa wasn't a random guest. She had advertised massage services on Craigslist and had arranged to meet a client at the hotel that evening. That client vanished. Security footage showed a young man entering the building calmly. He wore a baseball cap pulled low over his face. He didn't rush. He didn't look nervous. He walked through the lobby like he belonged there. Minutes later, he left. Ulisa was dead. As detectives began investigating, something unsettling surfaced. Just 4 days earlier, another woman had reported being attacked at a nearby hotel. She had also advertised on Craigslist. She had also met a man in a hotel room. But in her case, she survived. She told police the man tied her hands with plastic zip ties and held her at gunpoint while robbing her. He was soft-spoken, young, clean-cut, not aggressive in appearance, just cold and controlled. Then a third woman came forward. She too had been robbed after meeting a man through Craigslist. The pattern was undeniable. The suspect targeted women advertising online services. He chose upscale hotels. He moved confidently, and he disappeared before anyone realized what had happened. Boston police assembled a task force. They collected surveillance footage from multiple hotels. The same man appeared again and again, entering, leaving, sometimes waiting in elevators. He didn't look like a violent criminal. He looked like a college student. Investigators turned to cell phone data. They traced the pings from the times and locations of the crimes. Slowly, one number kept appearing near every scene. The number belonged to a 22-year-old second-year medical student named Philip Markoff. When detectives looked into him, the discovery stunned them. Markoff wasn't struggling financially. He came from a stable background. He was intelligent, disciplined, and had no serious criminal record. Professors described him as focused. Friends described him as quiet but friendly. He was engaged to be married. Wedding plans were already underway. On April 20, 2009, just 6 days after Ulisa's murder, police arrested Philip Markoff outside his apartment building. News cameras captured the moment. The young man in handcuffs didn't look like the monster the headlines were beginning to describe. Inside his apartment, investigators found a handgun, zip ties, duct tape, and evidence linking him to the hotel meetings. They found digital records of Craigslist communications. They found items that connected him directly to the victims. The media quickly gave him a name that would follow him forever, the Craigslist Killer. But the most disturbing part of the story wasn't just the murder. It was the double life. By day, Markoff attended medical lectures. He studied anatomy. He prepared for exams. He talked about his future as a doctor. By night, he allegedly arranged secret hotel meetings with strangers under false names. His fiancée, Megan McAllister, was devastated. At first, she stood by him publicly. She insisted there had to be a misunderstanding. The man she knew was gentle, ambitious, responsible. But as evidence became public, as the surveillance footage aired on television, as more details emerged, the reality became impossible to deny. She ended the engagement. Investigators struggled to understand motive. Markoff wasn't drowning in debt. He wasn't living in poverty. He wasn't known for violent behavior. Some experts suggested he craved power. Others believed it was about thrill and risk, the adrenaline of leading to lives. The anonymity of Craigslist provided access. Hotels provided isolation. He selected victims carefully. He planned meetings deliberately. He moved methodically. In jail, Markov awaited trial. He faced charges of first-degree murder, armed robbery, and kidnapping. If convicted, he would likely spend the rest of his life behind bars. Reports from the jail described him as withdrawn. He wrote his fiancé's name repeatedly. He attempted to maintain an image of the life he had destroyed. But the weight of the case was crushing. Public outrage grew. Media coverage intensified. The contrast between future doctor and accused killer fascinated and horrified the nation.